Hey guys, it's been a while, but in today's video, I will show you guys how to draft your very own spiral flounce. It's super easy and fun to add to any of your handmade pieces. So if you like to see a quick little tutorial, then this video is for you.
Boy, I've been watching you.
To draft my flounce, I'll be using scrap muslin, but you can use whatever it is you have at home. I started with one straight line, and on this line, I'm going to mark the center point. There are probably so many different ways to do this, but again, you're just making this large spiral, honestly. But I'll try my best to explain exactly how I went about doing it. Hopefully it makes sense. I used this woodworking compass that I bought from Amazon. I'll link it down below if anyone's interested. This tool is in no way, shape, or form necessary, but I had it at home, so I decided to use it. In the flounce I'll make for this video, I made it about 3 inches wide. I found this way just made it a little bit quicker to make the spiral, just making sure that I have an even distance between. You'll see how I used it in a little bit. Okay, to start with the spiral making, on this line that I have created here, first up, I just mark the middle of the line that I have here. Divide the width of your flounce in half. So in my case, it's 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna mark that measurement on each side of that dot that I've placed. From there, going outwards, I'm just marking 3-inch intervals, just as a guide when I'm making my spiral to make sure that it's kind of even, and I'm just doing it on both sides. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want, you can also do a vertical line as well and repeat the same steps. And now we're going to begin making our spiral. In the beginning here, I'm just going to do that half measurement of 1.5 inches again, just because it's kind of technically half the spiral, and slowly go around and connect the dots. You will see that when I was making this, I have no idea why I did that line, so please discard that line you're going to see. I find when I'm trying to film a technique, I make it a lot more complicated for me than I need to, because I really want it to be as detailed as possible for you guys. Anyways, as you can see, I've got my little compass out here. It's at the 3-inch intervals, and I'm literally just going around doing little markings using the outside of your flounce as your guide. And I just keep going round and round, doing little kind of markings, like I said. I then go around and conjoin all those little markings that I've made. Again, you do not need a compass. You can just take your ruler and do little 3-inch markings all around. You're gonna keep going around until you've reached your desired length of the flounce that you would like. Keep in mind though, the larger the spiral, the less of a ruffled look it will get as you make the spiral. But yeah, here I am just joining up all the little lines to make myself a nice giant spiral. The spiral flounce that I'm making here is going to have the same height from start to finish. So now I'm just going to take my scissors, or if you have a rotary cutter, you can also use that to cut out your flounce. So that will be the length of the flounce. One thing when you're considering the width of your flounce, you also want to include any seam allowance if necessary. To finish off your flounce once you've done cut out the fabric, you can either leave it alone if it looks okay depending on the fabric you use. You can also use a zigzag stitch, or if you have an overlocker serger machine, you can also finish off your flounce like that. Here's an example of how I place it onto the fabric that I intend to cut out. Just making sure I lay it nice and flat onto the fabric, and then again I'll go around and just cut it out with my scissors. Here's an example of me actually sewing the spiral flounce onto my top. I've placed the right sides together using the seam line on your flounce, attaching it to whatever fabric you're sewing on. I made a quick little example here. I just quickly made up a design of a top, put that black line there. That's where I want my flounce to go on, for example. So I'll unravel my flounce using the seam line there. I will attach the right sides together and pin it onto that line so I can sew it down straight. Again, this one's just a quick little example for this video. And here's how you would do it, for example, if you wanted to add it to the bottom of your garment. You would just pin down your flounce, right sides together, and sew down. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. This is a top that I made using the examples that I provided for you guys. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Until next time, bye.